412-979-7339. Are you looking for the perfect spot to celebrate life's big moments? Look no further than The Harvester, 206 West Main Street in historic downtown Smithville. Whether you're planning a dreamy wedding, a corporate retreat, or a heartfelt retirement party, The Harvester will host your event in a dynamic environment that inspires creativity. The Harvester is also a live performance venue with events ranging from bluegrass to jazz to spoken word events. Schedule a tour and let's start planning something unforgettable at The Harvester, where memories are made and every event shines.
It seems like the cost of everything is on the rise, but Erie Insurance can help make sure your auto insurance premium isn't one of them. Avoid rate increases with Erie Rate Lock. Even if you have a claim, your rates won't go up until you change a car, driver, or address.
Your Erie agent is DeKalb County Insurance. Get a quote today at DeKalbInsurance.net.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Other conditions and limitations at ErieInsurance.com. Go to ErieInsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
Bad Boy Mowers is giving back to all those that risk their lives to protect and defend our nation. Our Bad Boys of America Zero Turns for Our Heroes program is available for a limited time at Bad Boys Nationwide Dealer Network. Qualified buyers, that's veterans, active duty military, first responders, EMTs, firefighters, and law enforcement, receive up to 25% off MSRP on all Bad Boy mower models. And some really cool Bad Boy Mower swag. Find your big boy mower at Southern Landscape Supply, 611 Rich Froning Way in Cookeville. Visit them online at southernlandscapesupply.com.
Liberty Auto Glass and Calibrations has served the Upper Cumberland area as a premier auto glass shop since 2011. Located at 1620 South Jefferson Avenue in Cookeville, our business offers chipped glass repair, glass replacement, windshield repair, and much more. Plus, on-site service is available. We also offer free mobile installation. We look forward to assisting our customers with any and all windshield repairs. For all your auto glass needs, stop by Liberty Auto Glass and Calibrations. Phone 931-979-7339. 339.
2-0 is the score at the intermission as DeKalb County and Livingston Academy play in the District 7-2A tournament quarterfinals today. Tom Duggan alongside the coach Chris Vance. Winner of this game will play, well, Cumberland County, basically, is most likely the opponent next, and the tournament will move to Cumberland County High School at that. Coach, so it's
Yuck.
Your favorite?
No, not my favorite at all. I'll go public.
But it's going to be a tough venue to go play at for anybody. As we mentioned, that Cumberland County team went undefeated in district. But right now for DeKalb County, they need not think about Cumberland County. They're down 2-0 here, and you don't want to say Livingston's outplayed them, but the scoreboard says so, Coach. And I feel like Livingston's kind of just controlled, tempo has just kind of controlled everything in this game so far.
They've dominated the possession on their side of the field, offensive end. And I think a lot of that is controlling the middle of the field.
Yeah.
DeKalb is not able to go to their midfielders and then kick it back out outside and then move it down the field because they cannot get through Livingston's middle.
Right.
They've had some opportunities a little bit further down later in the half where they had some opportunities, but they're really not good shots. They're just not there right now. Now they will open up, and you've got a DeKalb County Tiger team that has a lot of confidence. They've played together for a long time. It is a very good soccer team, and they're not done.
Of course, we didn't see we had planned to do the regular season meeting between these two teams, and DeKalb won 2-0.
We were looking for win number 100.
We were looking for win number 100. It would have been, I think it would have been 90. It was 99.
It turned out to be 99.
Thanks to the weather. And the weather was the reason we couldn't do the game that night because we got a lot of outdoor stuff that doesn't like rain, so therefore we couldn't do that game that particular night. But what I was getting to, I don't know the difference in strategy, what Livingston's doing differently maybe tonight than what they did in that match. It's certainly some adjustments had to have been made.
I would think so, and it could be just that in the middle, Livingston's midfielders are just reading the ball a little bit better and being half a step quicker, and that's all it takes in soccer to get to a ball as opposed to not quite getting there.
And so, starting half number 2. And,
here it comes. Here it comes. You got it?
There you go, Daniel. Where'd it go? Oh, we lost the ball.
It's in the corner.
I thought Daniel was gonna kick a goal or something. As DeKalb County will be moving left to right in this second half, decked out in black tonight. The gold lettering and numerals trimmed in white. Livingston, as you mentioned, Coach, they're wearing their Tiger shorts.
They are,
and
they want to be.
Their white jerseys with the blue numerals and lettering.
Something a little unusual. I guess you see it more, but we just don't cover enough games. But you see Cahill, number 2, who played on the right side of Livingston in the first half, is now on the left side. I guess he just likes this sideline next to the coaches. I don't know.
He wants to be on TV.
Hey, that could be it.
Yes.
This is my best side.
We're starting the second half, and Livingston with the ball. DeKalb County's going to just curious to see how they're going to come out here in the second half. You know, Coach K had some fire and brimstone, I'm sure, during the intermission break. And it's going to be C-Hop getting the ball, and he will punt it.
He's not going to punt that as soon as he gets it. He's going to allow his offense to get down the field a little bit more. You know, he's going to punt at that midline, and that's where he hopes his Tigers are going to be, where they can get the pass.
I know you mentioned you can have a delay, but how long does a goalkeeper have?
Gosh, that's a good question. I want to say it's like 6 to 8 seconds that they can kind of drag it out.
Okay. To give their team time to
I don't think it's anything nice and even like 10.
Right. Probably like 6.4.
Probably. It's a good question. I do not know the answer to it. Connor does. I don't.
We're still waiting for Coach Noakes. He came by and said he was going to come back and sit in on our broadcast with us. These are questions we can ask him.
That'll be a question for him. A good one.
At this rate, he's going to show up about 2 minutes to go. Livingston with the ball. Livingston to pass ahead, and here comes C-Hop out, and he's going to try to count. 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000. That's about 6 seconds, 5 to 6 there before he punted.
A little bit of a misplayed header. He actually kicked it backwards.
All up ahead, and trying to give chase there for DeKalb.
Quite enough speed to catch up to it.
No, Guzman was trying to get there. I thought Randall almost got dangerously close there to having a handball.
Good job.
Comes the kick. In the middle. And
needed Kareem on the other end of that one.
Here's a Miranda. Deflected by Livingston. There. Palomo. On the far sideline. DeKalb trying to advance it forward here. Cale Brown, look at the center. Oh,
that was a great cross.
Oh, my, it was. Tigers had a couple of players there. Dakota Estes was one of them, and also number 19, Guzman, was right there as well.
Right in the area of that PK circle, dead center of the net. You had 2 black jerseys trying to get ahead on it.
Come on over here and throw a headset on. We're going to get, we need to, we're going to get Coach Justin Noakes of the DeKalb Saints to jump in here and analyze with us. And, well, before we do that, congratulations. A great win tonight. 10-1. That score looked awful familiar from the first go-around.
It's a good thing this time around. It was a really great result, you know.
You're fine. We're distracted too. Oh my! An opportunity there is casted just wide. I made what might have been a profoundly stupid statement that it seemed like y'all might have started a little slow considering you scored a goal 13 seconds into the game. But
well, that was the first. The pre-game talk, it was, you know, we hadn't played in the 13 days. And,
yeah.
You know, as a coach, you don't want that at all. And with the rain out and things like that, getting the first round bye. And then I was like, well, we got to start fast. We got to start fast. I didn't envision 16 seconds that fast. But it set the tone for the match and really did well.
Anytime you got 2 weeks off, you probably it's going to take a little time to get back in the groove a bit. I mean, I know you've played a lot of matches this year. We'll get the whistle there, but at what point did you feel like you came out playing your A game, or did it take you a little time to kind of get to the level you expect this team to be at?
There was a little bit that, we were trying to do too much at times before we just kind of settled in, started passing the ball, and then, the defense I thought played really well.
Mm-hmm.
I thought our touch was really well. In soccer, that's a big deal, having a good touch and having that much time away from practice. That can be rusty. We got a corner kick opportunity here. Let's see if we can make the most of it here. See, Coach K's got some really good plays here that he runs in these situations.
Do you know who y'all play next?
Yes. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, Cale Brown's going to come over.
This is going to be good, I think.
The corner arc here. Fires it.
Money.
That is a great.
Oh, look
there.
out.
Yes,
Get in there.
Let's go.
And DeKalb County is on the board.
That was a great corner kick.
Now, who got the goal?
It looks like they're giving high five to, is that Eric Hernandez, senior, coming back from the back, and that's what Coach K will do at times on the corner kick opportunity, having the defenders come up in certain packages, and crashing the net always seems to work, and got one on the board. Now we've got some fire behind us. Hopefully we can finish this half. But the results are in for the middle school contest tonight. All good to beat Cumberland 1-0. So we will play All Good tomorrow night in the semis.
What time will that be?
6 o'clock.
Okay, we were guesstimating 6 o'clock,
Yep.
but we wanted to get the official word from
Yep.
you.
6 o'clock semifinals. I was talking to Coach Camo. This might be the first time we've been able to host a semifinal game at DeKalb. So need a lot of people out here to support these guys and see if we can beat All Good. Now we're on the Tigers on the attack. I'm liking what I'm seeing now.
We're just expecting you to beat All Good, and we don't want to jinx it, but we have high expectations.
Well, we do too, and anything less than that is, at this point we're be pretty disappointed. The other side of the bracket, they are ahead of us. That's a hand, surely. No.
Yeah.
Yes,
not.
it was.
I thought
you
so
can shake
too.
your head all you want to. That was right up the rolling up his arm.
Well, Livingston's always wanted a volleyball team.
What do you think about their black shorts wanting to be Tigers?
I saw that. I guess that's what they're trying to do here.
They probably didn't want to wear white shorts. I'm just saying. But, blue might have been all right. But this, to me, feels like a totally different Tiger team than what we saw in the first half.
As Justin said a few minutes ago, there's some energy.
Yeah. And that seemed to be lacking a little bit. And like I said, you can probably believe there was a little fire and brimstone from Coach K at the intermission.
I mean, I could tell the vibes here. Got Bert Driver over there rocking DJ and getting the crowd hyped up. Shout out to the Burlap Room for that. And then, Coach K's experience here is going to really come in handy. And, you can already see it's starting to hopefully pay some dividends here in this first 10 minutes here.
Little scrum over there. Oh, get a little physical there with Jakota Estes, and I believe that's Hayden Clark at Livingston. Getting a little tense over there. I like it. Mix it up a little bit.
What did you see on both goals of Livingston's in the first half?
Talking about this game right here, correct? Yes.
Yes.
It was, what do we got here?
A high kick, I think.
It's a little bit of defensive, miscue at times. I'm seeing a lot of speed for Overton up top, and might have just caught us off guard a little bit. I'll be honest with you, that second one looked about a mile off sides. Maybe not. Of course, I'm not the ref, so it doesn't matter what I think. But it looked offsides, but apparently not. Let's see if we can get this free kick in here. Counting off 10 yards. Got to be 10 yards away from the strike here. They've got 2 up here at the ball because trying to make the goalie question who's going to take it.
I was about to ask you that because I haven't seen that yet. And now
they've got 3.
Now I start saying now Christian Hernandez comes over as well.
Oh, we got a fake.
Oh, look at
2
that.
fakes.
Brown.
Oh,
my. Oh, but Livingston's able to get it out of there. That was nice.
Stopped
Miles
by
Driver
Miles.
now. Driver drives it back to the middle of the field.
Now the other side, Tom, of our bracket is a little ahead of us.
Yeah.
They played tonight as well. Prescott and Avery Trace. Avery Trace won 1-0. So Avery, getting a little.
It's getting chippy. So Avery Trace, are they? That means they're in the championship.
Yeah, Avery Trace is moving on to the championship game. Prescott's going to be third, going for the third place game in the consolation.
Okay. So winner of your game tomorrow plays in the championship. The loser plays in the consolation game, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And 1 through 4 will be determined, basically.
At 8.
I had that.
Did you see? I knew Daniel Leslie played shortstop. What a play.
He was all over. But I had it. You know, it probably would have hit me in the face, but I would have stopped it. It's Dekalb with the.
It's good that your camera guy and everything. He's a baseball coach too. That always helps.
It does help. He's got great reflexes. He's at the center of the field, and again, DeKalb County here has just played with a different level of energy to start the second half.
To me right now, what I saw in the first half was Livingston winning all of these 50-50 balls, being a half step quicker. Now with that goal, maybe coming out in the second half, DeKalb is winning all of those and putting the pressure on.
I think that's a great analysis. You know, there's a few times that the ball's right in the middle. He's patting on the back.
You may coaches not.
You would have loved to see some more, you know, those 50-50 victories. You know, and that's when the ball's like halfway between you and the defender. You got to go get it. And they just had a little bit more of those wins, and now it's coming back to us, and that gives us more opportunity, more possession. Milas missed the slide, but it was a great effort there.
Driving his Hammock. Hammock will bring it out. Noah White. DeKalb.
Oh, that was a great win.
Tigers back. Pass comes to the outside. Trying to go to the center, looking for Hernandez.
Uh-oh.
Look out, trouble, possibly.
Get out of there.
Wow.
Oh, good defense. Keeping it away as Chris Cahill.
I can't even tell who that was.
Cahill
for the
was
Tigers.
driving. We can't see through 4 coaches standing right on the sideline. As the ball comes back to the middle of the field.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Yellow.
He didn't like it.
Yellow. Yellow. You can't grab a jersey.
And I don't think he.
That'd be a 15-yard penalty on the defensive back.
Automatic first down.
Yeah. Spot foul. We like throwing these other sports in here with our analogies.
Yeah. Well, Jackson Lindsay, by the way, on the yellow card is it will be Coy Smith who will come into the game.
Now he's got to play careful the rest of the match. You know, if he gets another one, DeKalb's going to be in a man advantage. Livingston will have to play a man down, and he'll be, out of the game. So it's one of those kind of like in basketball, bringing another sport in here, right? That's what we do.
Yes. Oh, we've already talked about basketball.
All right,
our fans know about basketball now.
Like you get 2 technicals in basketball, you're done for the contest.
But now in soccer, you can't replace the player. Is that what you're saying? So you're playing a man short, kind of like the power play in hockey.
Thank you for bringing another sport in. Thank you. That's what I was about to go with. Just like a power play. And that completely, you wouldn't think on a field this size, but when you're, 10 players to 11, that really does help.
Yeah. Cab with the ball, trying to get it to the center of the field.
There he is.
Look out. And had an opportunity there. And there's Chakota Estes right in the middle of all. We've called his name a lot. He's been all over the place.
He's a firecracker. He's a freshman, Tom, and
yeah,
he had that same, just mentality. I'm going to go get the ball and be a pest up there.
Yeah.
And he's quick, and, he's going to be on you, and that's what you want to see. Glad to see him get some PT in a big game here.
Brian Ramirez and Kane Salas are getting ready to check in. Jackson Lindsay is getting sent to check back in for Livingston. And I like when they get over there in front of the fans. They get all excited. And I'm getting a mixture of cheers and jeers over there.
This game's going to get good, folks. Cahill has switched sides. He's now on the right side where he was in the first half. I don't know why they had him over here to start the second. I'm sitting over here.
I told you wanted to be on TV.
I have to agree with the refs on that one. Hector put a little shoulder in, probably got a little emotional, it happens in these games, these attempts.
Livingston, good
Nice.
hustle there.
Good.
You kicked the ball away by.
And that's such a tough play. He made that look so easy because if you get the ball, you look awesome. If you don't, you're getting a card, right?
Right.
And you look pretty foolish, and he made that look so easy there.
It was
Was
Eric
that Christian
Hernandez.
or Hernandez?
That was Hernandez.
Great play.
Why do we see more slide tackles in high school than middle school? Skill level?
I think a lot of skill level involved in that. It's not that I don't coach it.
Right.
And it's not. I don't really say don't do it unless you're tripping a lot of people. It's just like I said, a very dangerous tactical play. If a lot could go wrong if you miss the ball when you do that, going for it.
Little header, but it's going to be grabbed there at goal. Again, is C. Hop. Send it back upfield.
A little lack on the pass there.
Livingston trying to get control. We'll drive it back center of the field for Mung. And it's going to be caught back there by C. Hop.
That looked like an easy play, but it really wasn't. C. Hop had to field that ball, and kind of like football analogy, you're fielding the punt, and if I don't catch it, I'm getting drilled, right?
Yeah.
We talked about that in the first half. Hopkins went up for a ball probably in the 8-yard box and was contested. And they did call a foul against Livingston. I thought that was an automatic yellow.
If I'm thinking of the same play, I probably wouldn't have gave one right there on that call. It was close, but they do kind of like the quarterback. They want to protect that goalie. The goalie's got every right to play the ball. And I wouldn't have been a surprise, Chris, if a yellow would have came out there.
Look out.
Here comes the lightning bug here.
Livingston's going to the smart thing there and kick it away as Dakota Estes was just flat moving down the field.
And they kick it, pretty obvious, but they kick it out of bounds. It gives the defense time to set up, get your personnel back where you want them. And, you don't want to always do that. You want to possess the ball, but sometimes that is the best route,
right.
And I'm telling the guys in the box, like, get it out and let's back up and play some good defense here.
Typically, we ran across this, I think, in the first half. How much time does a goalkeeper have to field it and then punt it?
I believe 10 seconds.
So it maybe was a round number.
You said you didn't think it was a round number, Coach.
I know. I was thinking 6 or 8 seconds, but
I want to think 10, but I could definitely be wrong. I wish I had Coach Camo over here. He is like he's the instruction book with legs. He knows every rule. There's a lot of times I got to lean on him. Go, Dakota.
Dakota.
Yep. I agree with it.
It's going to be a yellow card.
Oh, no, don't do that. See Coach Case arguing. Okay, got another yellow.
Is that number 30?
If it is, he's done. I don't think it is.
See, Coach K's arguing that that's the last defender. When you're the last defender and you take a foul, that's when a yellow card can be issued.
John Turner's in. It's going to be 10. Hayden Clark on the yellow card.
I can't be 10 yards. But back to, if I had Coach Kim over here, he would definitely know the answer to that. He's whenever we have something that is an obscure rule, I say, hey, what about this? And he's got it.
I talked about this earlier, and that teams defenses purposefully delay the game in a situation like this where you know they're going to start off 5 or 6 yards.
Oh!
Off the chest, that had a good rebound opportunity. And here, that's a great point. Here, you're Livingston sitting here, and hate to even be sitting in Livingston's boat. But that's the one thing about the Saints. Love their colors, hate to wear blue on the soccer field. That doesn't seem right. But anyway, if you're Livingston here, you got 20 minutes in a do-or-die game. You're playing fast everywhere else, but everywhere else, you're trying to take your time. Goal kick, slowing down, corner kick, slowing down. You're going to probably have more substitutions. That's a push in the back.
My. Is it? Yes.
We may have.
Oh, there we go.
Push them out. Have another.
Yeah, that's
Please
got
be in
to.
the box. If it's in the box, we got a PK chance here.
And
so what's he
close.
doing at this point?
Okay, so
is he checking to see that they saw the same thing?
He's going to check to his over here on the right. He's checking his other AR, his line judge, and seeing what he saw before he makes the determination.
All right, now he's going to come back and.
Now the guy in the center, he's going to get usually final say, but he's going to lean on his guys here and give another yellow here. Let's see.
Okay, so on that, we're going to see Clark come back in. And we're going to get a penalty kick.
It's so close to the top of the box that
John Turner, who had actually just checked in, is the one that got the yellow. Well,
can we tell on our camera if it's inside that box?
I can't.
It's got to be out because he's stepping off 10.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
it's
you got people in the box, so we're not, and it's got to be right on the edge. But big, hat off to Dakota. That's not going to show up in the stat sheet, but he was in that position to earn this penalty, earn this foul, and earn this attempt.
Here goes. And
something else was called. Some extracurricular was called during the kick.
And it'll be Livingston ball, yeah.
So it looks like some kind of foul happened as he was approaching the kick, and even if that would have went in, it
Wouldn't have counted.
Probably wouldn't have counted. Looks like some kind of foul in the box during that kick.
That took some time. I didn't notice the clock was still running or not, but it will
they
not
stopped
be.
It
okay.
When,
they
he
did.
stopped it when they were in that discussion, which was the right thing to do.
We're down to 20 minutes left to play here. And going to get another foul here. And another yellow card.
Puma's getting one here. Here comes Hector back. Cervantes.
And so that one against.
Getting a little chippy as you would expect in a do-or-die game here. Part of it sometimes.
So Ramirez with the yellow card will come out. And Livingston with the kick. Clark.
So you have all good. How will all good defend you?
So we played them early. Let's see what happens here. Get this ball out. We beat them in the regular season 3-0. And they had one off the post. It could have been closer, I think. they're a very good possession type team. They pass the ball well. It's definitely going to be a battle. Here's Dakota again. Here's Dakota again. Oh, come on. This is where it gets a little.
I'll tell you,
and this is part of the gamemanship. There's nothing wrong with that. That's soccer. You're playing the clock. It's kind of like football, analogy again. You're up. I'm a Titans fan, so that doesn't happen often.
Had it in a long time, Justin.
But you're hypothetically you're up. You're going to start running the ball, right? You're trying to milk that clock.
The Titans run the ball when they're down. Seems to be the MO, but we know what you're saying. Taking every opportunity. You got to do what it takes to win.
I would not recognize him as a freshman.
Who's
if
that?
I did not know better. Estes.
Yes. And he's very cliche. He's got that dog in him. He don't care. He's the youngest guy out there right now. He's going against 18-year-olds, that are going to college in 2 weeks right now.
Yeah.
And he could care less. He's always had that little mentality, kind of a chip on his shoulder, so to speak. And he is fast.
Another stop there, Munoz for Livingston. They're protecting that 2-1 lead. 2 goals in the first half for Livingston Academy. First goal in the 17th minute, second goal in the 27th minute. DeKalb County in the 6th minute of the second half. Eric Hernandez with a goal to make it 2-1, and that's where we've been. And do you feel like maybe some of the intensity DeKalb County started the second half with has waned just a little bit?
I think and you'll see on box scores, you go to a FIFA match, you're going to see possession, right?
Right.
Percentages. And I'd say we were having 70%, possession at the first 10 minutes when we got that goal.
Mm-hmm.
And shortly after, I do think it maybe back to 50-50 now with another foul from Livingston. That was close. Off of Kell's left foot and on to Hector. Can he keep it in?
No, it's going to.
Oh, I think it was off Livingston.
It was.
Okay,
It was.
We're going to get it again.
And coming over will be Eric Hernandez.
Let's take
Bring
a
it
shot
in.
here. I'll take a shot here.
And, was trying to get the pass across.
Okay, here comes our package here. Let's see what they run. It worked here earlier. We got Kell running out. Okay, Kell's going to take the kick here.
All right, Kale, the corner arc.
That's a great ball. That's a great ball. Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Oh, put that back in there, baby.
Oh, look out. And, you can see the frustration there, Hernandez.
That is.
Oh, my.
That is tough because I know what kind of shot he is got, and I know what kind of work he puts in to get to that opportunity. I think he's going to get another chance. Christian, Hernandez always in the right spot at the right time, and there he was, just couldn't connect. It's really tough when that ball comes rolling back, not to get too excited and miskick it there. It happens, though.
Out to midfield. Livingston.
If I would have been there, I'd have kicked it into the practice field. So Christian got it a lot closer than I ever could.
Livingston's going to send it the other way, and here comes Driver up and up. Well,
Cahill.
There's a yellow card. Livingston's going to bring Coy Smith back on that yellow card. Well, we've seen a lot of yellows. We've not seen 2 on anyone yet. As you mentioned, Coach Cahill comes over to the sideline for Livingston. 2-1 in the 64th minute of this match. 24th minute in the second half here. DeKalb with the only goal in half number 2 so far.
That one was really tough. I mean, that looked. I'm glad it went our favor. But
well, I was questioning in your game because it looked like it's gone from just kind of bodying you for position to I'm going to throw my whole body and your shoulder into you and try to level you. And to me, that's kind of what I thought I saw with that.
And that just, you could just see, as that progressed. That didn't happen in the first half. But then, as we pulled away a little bit, that's when, you go head hunt, you're the other team. You got really nothing to lose. That's when some people could, you could get hurt. And I agree, they were at some points going for the body, not the ball anymore.
DeKalb trying to dribble through traffic here.
But I'm proud of us. We kept our poise. Stayed out of getting a yellow or anything, and I was proud to be aggressive and stay off of getting one of those.
Right.
Giovanni had a great game for you tonight, but we were just really talking about this
Good
team.
There it is.
When you look at your team and you've given up 6 goals, for all you've scored this year.
Oh,
my.
He went for it. Oh, the bicycle kick.
He sure did.
Wow.
That was one of your terms, Tom.
Yeah, I know. I saw that one.
If he would have connected on that, he's been talking about that for the rest of his life. I probably would have too. That was a beautiful attempt. And they called it off because, that's a dangerous play. If he misses that, he's hitting somebody in the throat. You can do that, but if you're in traffic, that's when they're probably going to say, that's kind of dangerous. Kind of a high kick they'll call, and that was the call there. But love the attempt. How athletic of a play, almost connected there. But yeah, Gio had a great game. I thought, hate to nitpick at times. He's been, trying to do too much maybe. He had a great chances and finished them. There's a few times I'd have loved to see a pass here and there.
Coach made that analogy a couple times. He thought that maybe he could have
pass away from another easy goal.
Right. Yeah. And it's hard to say that, and it's hard to see, we've not played in 13 days. And he's like, I need to score. I'm not scored in a while. And
it's been 4 minutes since I scored.
And we got DC Blitz over here, their worldwide coverage. Everybody's wanting to show out. And when you're winning that way, 10-1, it can really quickly come into me ball. And I'm not saying it did tonight. We were still passing. But you can really I thought we did a really good job passing all night.
Ooh. Oh, my.
Fall down. Oh. Cover up. Get back up.
William Blair with the crash into the net. Comes from a long line of soccer pedigree.
Y'all have played this late at night. How different is the surface now as far as being a little wet?
Yeah.
And how different is the game going to play for the last 12 minutes?
It's a great question. So here you're getting at this time of night, you're going to get a little more dew, I guess is the word, a little more moisture. And then it's going to come a lot quicker at you, the ball, right?
Mm-hmm.
First half it bounced, and you had a little more time. Now it's kind of skipping against the wet grass and can really make settling difficult.
I also want to mention, had to stop for a second. We're getting down around the net. But the last couple of weeks, you've had some really warm weather. Tonight, it's cooler, much cooler than we've experienced. What kind of impact, if any, does that have?
I was really honest to be back, glad to be back. We had those warm days.
Yeah.
And, my guys were like, man, it's hot. How do we do this?
Yeah.
It's like, guys, the girls have to do this all summer.
No doubt, yeah.
Like, I hate to call you out on this, but, you usually have it made as far as weather. But I was glad to see it a little cooler because, we've played pretty well.
Oh.
I agree with that call. Oh, but that's tough. He's both trying to play it out of the air.
No foul there, at least. Or
smart coaches tell them let them get up, trying to get the time wasted. Smart call. Now they're kicking. And now it's just time wasting here, which is what you should do. There's no rule against it.
Man, I'll tell you what, soccer balls just flying all over the place.
Wait till the last 5 minutes when Livingston, they're still up, going to start kicking all over this place.
Livingston and
that wasn't much.
That was ticky.
Yeah.
Dekalb will give it back to the
That
Wildcats
goes,
here.
There goes another minute too, and it's but they've been in these situations. They've come back. Now we've got to talk about some time wasted. Want to kick it by now? Okay.
Headed toward goal, and
just a hats off to the defense this half. And I hate to jinx anybody, but Coach K's got this group in the back, just doing what they need to do. Down 2-0 at halftime. We've definitely seen some adjustments made. And we figured out, hopefully, how to keep them out of the back of the net here.
They have played tremendously defensively in the second half. We've not seen very many shots on goal by Livingston at all. I mean,
and we've been on our half a lot.
Yes, we
and
have.
That's what you want,
Yep.
for sure. I don't want them playing back here. Coach K's saying, "Get it up. We got to get it out of this box." Here we go.
There we go, trying to get it. Got Aranda in the middle of the field here. Axel dribbling through traffic here. Pass.
That's a good switch. Kel Brown wide open. Oh, this is a good through ball here. You really put that backspin to try to get that ball to just sit there and not just go to the keeper. That was nice for Kel.
Out of bounds.
But I just love the way the Tigers have responded here this half. A lot of different teams down 2-0 definitely could have folded. They're coming back. Still got 8 minutes. They're going to get one here. But you can tell Coach K had a really good adjustments at half and the guys are definitely executing, I think, better this half.
So right around midfield and ball up ahead, and there's Driver.
That was a nice turn by Driver. And Milas, as a Saint, was always a leader. He's been a leader here. A great guy. Glad to see him doing well.
One of the seniors on this Tiger squad, and good balance of players. When I look down this roster, there's a lot of freshmen on this team.
Had a good freshman class last year. Good 8th grade class, and I told them they stay together. Good things could happen. I'm glad to see them putting in a lot of work this year. And here comes William, and good pass back. Now we got some numbers. We hurry.
Up ahead, and Dekalb will throw in. Ball comes in. Hernandez. Trying to get it to the center of the field. Livingston will take it away. Bryson Mann. Up ahead, but Dekalb will deflect it.
Good ball in. Oh, no. He turned. Would have loved to see a little talk at their hey man on. And maybe that wouldn't have happened.
Shot going wide of the net there is firing it there. Waylon Johnson going to go just wide as we are headed to the 33rd minute of this second half. Time is ticking away here. 2-1. Dekalb County still with an opportunity here. Still plenty of time. But the clock is not your friend when you're down. And the ball here with Noah White. White trying to pass it off. Dekalb gets back defensively. Lindsay. Dekalb will kick away. An appeal for Blair, but is broken up there by Beatty. Far sideline. Keeping it inbound.
Overlap right there. Good defense there. Those are hard to. When the winger comes back to receive the ball, the midfielder will just basically take their spot. And you've been going against this one guy all night, and all of a sudden you got two guys in your zone. that can make it tricky. I think that was Kell did a good job of defending that play over there. All right, now Axel's got it. Let's get it back on our side. Let's see if we can possess the ball and give us another opportunity.
Working right around midfield. Ball coming toward the sideline, goes out. And it'll be Tiger ball.
And we've got a sub.
Dakota Estes is checked back in for DeKalb County.
Looks like Dakota's going back at 4. They've moved up William Blair to left wing. Took out.
I was going to ask at what
Guzman.
point did you think Coach K was going to bring Estes back in?
Yeah,
It's been answered.
I think he was needed to get that spark up here.
Lindsay looked like a little shaken up there, and whoa, what we got here?
Stop the clock. An injury type sub.
I was about to say that Lindsay was sort of grabbing at his right ankle there, and the officials coming over.
So
and saying,
he has to come off.
saying something about 2 years ago. Looks like he's going to stay in.
So maybe they stopped the clock. I don't know.
I want to make sure he's okay, I'm sure.
I'm just speculating. I didn't see it, but maybe, he said the call was changed 2 years ago. Maybe he felt like it was a head-on collision and he needed to come out to
And let's
Oh,
go.
good there, Connor. Good job. Good read.
Got
Again,
there.
that looks like an easy play, but it is not. You got to get out there, be confident, and field that ball, and you know that if you don't, they're going to score.
Look out. Oh,
Oh, I love what Connor did right there. That's something, ball's going out of bounds. Who cares? But since he hustled over there, we get a punt instead of a goal kick, and those usually go a lot faster, a lot further.
shot on goal. And
Connor.
Seahawk made a great
wow,
stop.
did he roll over?
Yes, he did.
That scares me.
Waylon Johnson.
And it's coming back
that
to what you were
shot.
talking about earlier, Chris. The ball, the ground's wet. You're going to get the ball a little wet. It's going to be harder to cleanly stop the ball. Oh, don't waste time, Hector. Get it back to him. Get it back to him.
Taking some time. And we're down. We're at the 36th minute of the second half. Time is ticking. We're under 4 minutes left. It's win or go
Go to it.
home.
Go.
There's Dakota right in the middle of that as Livingston will come away with it. Center it up here for Lindsay. Cab being aggressive, trying to get that ball, but Livingston certainly playing keep away as much as possible, running as much clock as they possibly can. Working on
Stay with them.
Waylon Johnson over there. Lindsay. Johnson. And just taking her time. There's Cahill, and we'll get a whistle, and we got a player down. Got a injured Livingston Wildcat, I do believe. And play will stop here with the injury. Player is up. That is Waylon Johnson. And good to see Johnson is up. And I assume he's going to have to come out, guys, if the trainer is out on the field.
Yeah, if the coach comes, and I know it wasn't but just 10 yards, but if the coach comes onto the field,
On the veranda,
somebody's gonna
scrapping
get
out there
mugged
with.
at some point. Oh, that's not foul.
Here's Blair.
That's another one.
Oh,
Thank you.
something's
Twice.
got to be called. I started to say.
Got to go.
So here's the problem. The time doesn't stop, and we're going to go ahead and take it here. Because if not, you've got 2 minutes.
The header got it away. DeKalb's got some opportunities. Estes. Oh, wide of the net.
So that ball went out of bounds at 137.
Mm-hmm. And let's see when they kick it. It's going to be a while.
127 now. Yeah.
Too much,
Oh,
maybe.
my. Back out. Kicked up by Hernandez. 15 seconds. Livingston, oh. Ball is out.
Oh.
That's it.
That's it. Livingston Academy, the number 5 seed.
He's hurt, though.
Comes to Smithville, and they will beat DeKalb County tonight. 2-1 is the final score.
Such as State Auto, Progressive, and many, many more. Call today for a quote. DeKalb County Insurance, 615-597-0660.
In a world of bank mergers and acquisitions driven by the bank mergers and acquisitions,
Something unforgettable at the Harvest, where memories are made and every event shines.
Bad Boy Mower.
Every event shines.
Bad Boy Mowers' legendary reputation for strength performance available with Bad Boy tractors. From mid-size to subcompact models, powered by 22 to 30.
Assisting our customers with any and all windshield repairs. For all your auto glass needs, stop by Liberty Auto Glass and Calibration.